play. You could say you were attracted here by the lights.
Hey, baby, we're here again, 2018. Let me get my hand in this thing so we don't fall.
Here again.
Here we are. So there's the donation box. It's a pretty good night for it.
Yeah, not snowing anyway,
No.
or raining. That's always a promising start.
So, Al Dupuis here with my friend Rupert. Rupert will do the interview, which he does every year. This is 2018. This is just this year right now. Can't promise that I won't swear. Might. Who knows? I think this is the best I've ever done.
It's really nice for sure, Al.
Yeah, I changed it around, and I think it's the best I've ever done. A lot of people coming here and telling me that it looks bigger than it's ever been. Well, I might have added a couple things, but it's the way I put it together this year that makes it look bigger, I think. You know what I mean?
There's an artistry to it that may make it look bigger for sure.
Yeah, well, to me, it had a lot to do with that second runway, the one past the polar bears there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a longer runway, and I put multicolored candy canes on it.
That's right. They used to be red and.
No, they were gold. They were the same type of candy cane.
Okay.
You know, they were gold. They were same type of candy canes as were on the porch.
On the porch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were. And I decided, because I was running out of them, and I mean, you know, they have a shelf life, of course, that I had to get into something different. So I had all kinds of candy canes, but multicolored. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like the multicolored ones.
Yeah. So I went with.
I saw them before, though. They've never been out before, have they?
Right. No, they haven't. So, you know, I went with green and red, and so I got everything going on in there. But I think that's why this looks bigger, because the runway's longer.
Yeah.
And everything still goes up to the angel, of
It
course.
seems to sort of fan out as it goes up to it.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Might be one of the reasons.
I don't know. It just seems to. I did something different with the pink bush this year. I put with the pink tree, rather. I put some little bonsai white ones underneath it.
Ah, yes, I see.
You see that?
Yeah,
Well, I just
behind
did.
the dinosaur there.
Yeah, behind the dinosaur. I just did that about 3 or 4 days ago, and I like it.
Yeah.
It seems to accent the tree.
Yeah, it accents
Better.
the pink. And it sets off the dinosaur. I like the
Well,
dinosaur
yeah, it
myself.
doesn't, but it sets off the tree. I find,
It
but
basically sets off the tree.
I think it sets off the tree.
Yeah.
So the dinosaur right there, and then of course over here in front of the dinosaur would be, what would he be? Little polar bear.
That's a little polar bear, I think.
That's a little bear.
Red hat. It's
Yeah, a little bit.
bear,
Yeah,
anyway.
Santa hat, the deal there going on. Hypothetically,
Yeah, a lot of favorites out here.
yeah, over here I've got, starting furthest left, I've got the guy on the sleigh in front of the red bush, and then I got the cow in front of the red bush, and then of course I have probably my all-time favorite is the cat.
Right, big cat.
Yeah, well, we had to restring him this year because he went lights out, so we had to restring him, and somebody thinks that's a fox. Somebody come around and says, "Where's your fox?" Oh yeah.
You don't think it's a fox, but
Well, that's what he said.
it's a nice looking animal, though.
He thought it was a fox. So I said, "Fox is burnt out. We got to get her fixed."
Yeah.
I said, "It's not a fox, it's a cat." Anyway, so the next to the fox or the cat are a little snowman, the penguin.
Oh, yeah.
And they're made of the same stuff. They're made of the same material, little snowman and a penguin.
Yeah, they seem to belong together for
And
sure.
behind him is the dog.
Yeah.
And behind the dog would be what is that, a seagull? Pelican?
It's a flamingo, I'd say.
Or flamingo. Oh yeah, I get them all mixed up.
Flamingo.
Okay, so there's a flamingo.
Flamingo and a pink cat. Pink pelican.
Oh, well,
like,
I
but
call, look,
wouldn't really
God
call
only
it a
knows,
pelican myself.
God only knows what I'm going to call something. You know what I'm saying? Because I said something the other night, and the wife got laughing at me, and I think I must have said pelican. And she said, that's not a pelican. She said, it's a flamingo.
It's a flamingo. And the dog, I don't think I've seen the dog before.
No, you haven't?
Before, no.
No, okay. So there's a flamingo, and then behind the flamingo is, of course, a beautiful teddy bear.
Beautiful teddy bear.
Oh, yeah, I
I've
love
seen
that
him
teddy
before,
bear.
for
Yeah.
sure. And the goose up there. I've
Yeah,
seen that
and
one.
then you got the the snowmen, the man and the woman
Yeah.
in front of the blue rose bush. And then to the left is the goose, which is one of my favorite items.
Yeah,
Always
I
love
like
the goose.
For sure.
And then next to the goose we have a white polar bear. And then we have, there's the green bush. There's another polar bear, it's gold. This year I put better lights on the purple tree there, the purple bush.
Right.
They were smaller.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this,
those look nice.
and I bought some better ones from Home Hardware last year. They're bigger. They're C9s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
See, so all those bulbs, the red ones, the green ones, the purple ones, and the gold, and they're all C9 bulbs. In other words, they're the bigger ones.
They're the bigger bulbs.
Right.
They're bigger than the ones on the pink tree, I'd say, by the looks of them, aren't they?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
The ones on the pink tree would be C5s.
Oh, okay.
I think they're C5s. They go C5, C7, and C9.
Oh, okay.
I think those are C9, and the ones on the pink tree I think are C5. I think they're the ones about like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All LED bulbs. Of course.
Yeah. And it can.
The white ones on the tree in the background there.
The C9s, and they replaced the drippers that were on there last year. Let's zoom in on them.
Drippers weren't too dependable.
Well, that's the problem. I mean, geez, I couldn't keep them going because the rain was ruining them. So I said, this is crazy. They're ruining all these dripper lights. See, those dripper lights were not meant to be
right. They're meant to be in a closed space like the ones on the ones on the veranda there.
Right.
Which we'll get to in a minute.
Yeah. Here, take over the camera there, big man.
Okay.
Let me get a smoke going here.
Okay.
So you can put your hand again
Yeah, I
right
can
in
put
the
it right
sheet.
in.
So don't. If you can put your hand in there, you can't fall.
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you want with it there, pan it or whatever. Ask any
My
questions you
hand
like.
in a little bit farther. Well, I was going to ask you a little bit about the show that was here the other night, if you want to say something about that. That was a pretty impressive event.
It was the annual, the third annual show. We're using my home as the backdrop to it, I guess. It's become a community event. Myself and three other fellas, Mike Bartlett, Roger Marshall, and Peter Turnbull, were on what I call a task force to come up with some ideas as to, what kind of entertainment do we want. We had a stage here or in on the road. We had saxophone players, we had carolers. I controlled a choral group, myself, Candy Cook, Rhonda Gidney. Phenomenal.
Rhonda Gidney, that's who it is, yeah.
We had Mary Turnbull and her saxophone crew here. We had Andrew Maves from the Wesleyan Church, the minister, put on a play with Neil Pache.
Yeah, Neil Pache playing an alien, I seem to recall.
The play was it went over very well.
Oh yeah, the play went over well. Neil is a really good actor. He is a good actor.
Regarding, we wanted something a little different, and the play was, let's put it this way, I would never hesitate to have Andrew and Neil back here again doing a play.
No.
Never. Wouldn't hesitate.
Neil could have been a great comic actor, I think.
What's that?
Neil could have been a great comic actor if he hadn't become a veterinarian instead.
He likes slapstick stuff, and he's got a good sense of humor. Good actor. Gets into his gets into his role.
Oh yeah.
A good actor has to get into his role.
Oh, you got to get into your role.
Whatever it is,
for sure.
I've seen Neil act a few times.
Yeah.
And anything that he does, he gets into his role.
Yeah. You can believe him because he believes it himself.
That's right. That's right.
No,
Not
that was
everybody
good.
can do that. Not everybody can get into their role.
That was a good little play, and then there were some dancers. I seem to recall.
Yeah,
some,
Kennedy Patterson had some dancers going on. Some of her girls, I think there were 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
And that was sort of
And the
it was a lot of fun, yeah.
yeah, it was a lot of fun for sure. It was a good crowd here and a lot of food.
Well, we had I don't know how many women actually baked, but I had called and contacted 22. So I believe there were at least 20 women, maybe all 22. Personally, I don't know because, you know, they come, they sit it on the table, and but I contacted and had confirmation from 22 women, and it was all home baked. Everything that was donated was baked by the women. Tim Hortons, Teresa Joyce manned a tent down over here, just across from my house, and she looked after hot chocolate there. And then there was another table over here next to Geraldine's, and
hot cider, wasn't there?
They had apple cider. There was food at both. There was Timbits down there with Teresa, plus she had some of the food there, and they distributed food here. And it was the ladies from, was it the Union? I think it was Kayla Savory and some others. There were some teachers from the school that were there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was the Union. Anyway,
I don't know. I didn't really know about that part.
They contacted me a couple of days before the event via Messenger or Facebook or whatever, and they said, you know, would I need any help? Well, I said I got lots of bakers because they were willing to bake some more. I said I don't think we need any more baked goods. We got 22 women lined up. That should be plenty.
Yeah. Yeah,
and,
well, there was lots of
and
food
every
for
year,
sure.
and this is the 3rd year, there's always some left over.
Yeah.
I mean, give you an idea of how much food came here. What's her name? Joanne Thomas.
Okay, Joanne Thomas, I know her, yeah.
She baked 90 eclairs.
Holy really? That's
She came in with 6 pans of 15 eclairs in each one, chocolate eclairs. She made 90 of them.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
I think they all got eaten too because I got some of the leftovers and there were no eclairs in.
I managed to confiscate 10 of them.
Yeah.
So my wife had distributed some of the stuff at the end, and Raj Marshall got some, and a few folks got some, and so on. But I confiscated 10 of them. I said, please don't give all those eclairs away. So I managed to save 10 of them.
Good, good, good.
Confiscated. I'm a criminal.
And that was just one person out of 20.
I'm a Jesus criminal. You didn't know that?
I can tell that just by the color of your hat gives it away right away.
Hat. I mean, that's
or wait a second, somebody said you might be a conquistador.
I am a conquistador. I'm a conqueror. Unlike Magellan.
Oh yeah, I see. These are the straits here before us. Yeah.
I'm part criminal, part Nimrod, and all kinds of things.
Yeah, just as I suspected.
But no, this is a huge undertaking. As you can see, I've got some on the side of the house here. I added some snowflakes going on, and there's actually even another I don't know what they call it, laser or some stupid thing, and it's putting candy canes on there too, and in between there. If you look hard enough, you can see it.
I see it. I got it on film.
You see, it. In my opinion, that particular item doesn't show up well in white. It would show up better on something darker.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
But it's okay. I mean, other people using lasers and they're doing whatever they're doing. I don't care.
It's sort of a background thing.
Yeah, you know, so it depends on the background, right? But it looks fine. The snowflakes look good.
Snowflakes look really good.
Yeah.
Well,
That's pretty much. And of course, you see the pink patio lights in the middle of my suckers, I call them.
yeah.
Those suckers, they all have a sequence and go through a similar sequence.
There they are, red now.
Yeah, and then I have the pink patio lights in there, and then of course there's the polar bears,
Polar bears.
and they're in the middle of the runway, and they're going all up to the angel at the end between the 7-foot candy canes, and then there's a tree behind the 7-foot candy canes.
There's the angel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make out the tree. I can make it out with the camera now.
Yeah. Now, just you want to come over here a minute. You can see in the garage something I just added to the garage tonight was some candy canes that I put in the shape of hearts.
Yeah, I've got them here. I had them before too.
And they're above the wreath. People, I don't know why I'm not a big fan of that wreath, but everybody else is.
Well, it goes well with the candy canes anyway, whether you like it or not.
And as you can see, there's a white streamer light, like something that reminds me of the movies. And that little light, what it is, it's what do you call that? Rope light.
Rope light.
Yeah. And it's going in the direction it's going, around the garage door.
Right. And then there's another rope light over
and then there's another around the door of the garage.
Door to the garage.
And that one is multicolor.
Yeah.
So this one is white and that one's multi.
Yeah, everything goes pretty well together. Makes a pretty great effect.
Well, it's 3 themes. This is one. We're on the side now of what I call carnival.
Right.
Over here, anything goes, except it's got to go in its right spot.
Right.
It can be any number of items that I put here, but if it's not sitting in the right spot, it doesn't stay. I move it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. If it's not positioned in the right spot, now as you can see
above
in the what do you call them there?
Dormers.
Yeah, is that what they are? The gold
dormers up to the top of the house.
Yeah.
Dormers.
Dormers. Okay.
Dormies, I've heard you call them. But
yeah, dormies, dormers, dormant, anything. So anyway, I've got gold streamer lights that also are the same ones that go around. Hey!
How you doing, big guy?
How you doing, big man?
Looks good, Al. I heard everything went well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, considering, you know what I mean, the weather we had, school canceled in the afternoon, the play canceled, we still had a good turnout.
Good. Looks real good.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
yeah, the dormers. Yeah, well, dorm. I think it's because that's where you sleep. Dorm. And
I guess so. Yeah. And so there's 2 dormers there, and I decided to put. Matter of fact, I think it was you. I think it was you up the ladder that put them on there.
Maybe.
pretty sure it was you.
I put some on there at one point
I think
anyway.
it was you. Now, as you can see around the drain pipe,
Yep.
there's a nice set of lights that go from one end to the other, and you can see they change color.
Yeah.
Now, I have different settings. I can have them flashing back and forth, and the one I like the best is the one that's on there now.
They're on a slow
Nice and
change
slow.
setting. Yeah.
It changes to pink, from
It
pink
blends
to
around.
red. Then it goes from red to some other color, and like now it's coming white. You know what I mean? And it's just nice and easy flow. But I have these remotes that could make that thing shoot all kinds of directions, and I got fed up with that. So I said I'm going to leave it here the way it is.
I'm going to give you this camera for a minute while I warm my hand up.
Yeah. Okay, I got the camera now. So that pretty much takes care of the carnival side.
Look at the carnival.
So now we're coming to the front of the house, which is theme number 2. And the second theme I tried to create here was, I call it gingerbread. And so at the top is all multicolored lights. It's got some gold up there. Inside the windows you can see a candy cane and candle.
Yeah.
That's in the inside of the house. Now you can see that star up there. Well, that star is going to be removed.
Oh yeah, what's left with the star?
Well, the stars, it's just about had it. So we've restrung another star. Deborah just restrung it. And within the next 2 or 3 days, probably me and Rick Dickey, or me and somebody, are going to get on top of the on top of the porch, and then another ladder to remove that star and then replace it with the. And this star that we're putting up there should be pretty vivid, because this one's only got about 15 or 20 lights in it, and the one we put in, this one, has got 50.
Oh, great. Yeah, that was Rick Dickey that just came out.
That was Rick Dickey just come
I
out.
got him on film.
Yeah. Now, so here's the streamer lights that hang from the porch. There's a rhododendron, which is many people love that.
I love that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very nice.
I only put green and red lights on it. And then the front, I call them candle lights, and they change and go into a sequence and accent the tree. Over here is the giraffe I've got, and this year I put Snoopy up.
Oh, that's where Snoopy is. I noticed he wasn't in the carnival section.
No, I put him. I decided to put him here, and then over here, of course, there's a wreath on the door, and then there's a nutcracker.
Oh yeah, there's the nutcracker. Yeah.
There's the nutcracker right there. We can even zoom in on that guy.
A favorite.
Huh?
He's a pretty well favorite.
Yeah, well,
position,
it's almost like he's a greeter, you know. And then there's some stuff going on in the porch, and a bunch of, you know what I mean.
The dripper lights.
Yeah, dripper lights, and a star that's moving around and whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's some bells there. And
yeah,
so this is
golden, but the colored lights.
Yeah.
Candies on a gingerbread house.
Yeah, that's right. And I put candy canes around it. You see?
Yeah, the candy canes are all around the porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem with this is that either next year or maybe I might get away with. I'm running out of those color candy canes.
Yeah.
And those color candy canes have white lights in them, or gold. They're warm white lights, and I can't find them anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
No, I even got my buddy from Tim Sabin from Home Hardware, who was in Toronto on a mission last March or so, trying to find them for me. He couldn't find them.
That's strange.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll try Home Depot. I need candy canes that have white. Gold lights, yeah, warm white lights.
The multicolored ones wouldn't work.
No, I don't think so. It'll change the effect.
Yeah, good. No,
So that's pretty much what's.
gold is the dominant theme there.
That's right. Gold is the predominant theme
so
here.
it's off
Yep,
the gold.
yep, that's right. So let's get the zoom off, okay? So we got some trees on there. There's a tree here. Yeah.
There's some
Oh, there's
lights
the.
on
I almost
tree.
forgot the mailbox.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
two
the
mailboxes.
Yeah.
One mailbox there on the right of the rhododendron, and one mailbox on the left.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're on each side. So that's the second theme. Also, there's bells. You can see those bells. They're gold.
Oh, yeah, on the front.
Yes,
Out front of the porch,
and
yeah.
there's 3 of them.
Yeah, 3 sets.
Yeah, one there, one there, one there. I had 4, and the other one went on me, so I removed him. I also have Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings,
No, just
Joyeux
noticing
Noel. Yeah, they all accent the top. So it's pretty well decorated as far as what's going on
that. Oh, yeah,
there.
there's a lot.
A lot.
happening there.
Now this is the side which is this is the third theme, and it is my all-time favorite. This is, I call it Arctic Grotto. That's what I call it. But
Okay.
it is if it's not white, it doesn't come on this side.
Right.
And it's got to be a certain color white. It's got to be kind of a cool white, or
White, yeah, there's
or-
no
no, it's I like the cool white look.
Yeah.
So we got rabbits here.
Right.
We got a reindeer on the left. We got a reindeer just in that little spot there in the left corner
Back
of the
by
house,
there, yeah.
and his head's moving.
The right one. Oh, yeah,
Then we
so
got the
it's-
tree, which is doing its business, and
Right,
then we
in the
got
background.
another tree next to it, which is
Yeah.
doing a different business.
Yeah.
And then we got a moose, which is new this year.
Really neat. It's new this year, I know.
And that moose has been very popular.
You were saying Deborah put it together for
Yeah,
you.
Deborah
It's
did.
really,
She,
really
yeah.
nice.
I decided to put dripper lights on this tree.
Yeah.
Now they're a different kind of dripper light than what I had in the other tree, and these seem to be water resistant.
That's good.
So any rain that we have had, because I looked at them before I put them up, and I thought it looks to me like these are going to be water resistant. And sure enough, so far they have. So I put 3 sets up there,
Yeah,
and that was a bugger because I was all by myself.
I imagine that.
And here I am with my little pole with my nail, and I was probably 3 hours just swearing and trying to get about 3 hours trying to get the 3 sets of lights fairly even on that tree.
They look really good there, though.
But they look good there.
I wonder if that type would work on the other tree.
I'm sure they would, no question they would. But I'd have to buy more.
Have to buy
I only have 3 sets. And then we got a buck underneath the tree.
Yeah.
We got a doe in front of a sleigh. We got some I don't know what we call them, bushes.
Bushes, I'd call them,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
And then the big snowman is right there. He's a big
yeah, the
bugger.
great big snowman. I remember
Yeah,
him from
yeah.
before.
So let me zoom in here just to kind of put a zoom on all this. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there's the big snowman. Okay.
And let's see. There's some effect
And
on
then the
side of the house.
side of the house has got some stars in it. And then I put 1, 2 effect lights on the ground, which is as you can see it the way it's making it's like a waterfalls or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, against
Ice fall or waterfall.
Yeah, against the side of the house.
Yeah.
It creates a nice effect.
Yeah, it does.
I like it a lot.
Goes well with everything
And
else.
I also put one of its similar type in front of the tree, which is going up into the tree with the dripper lights.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now that I look closer.
Yeah, so if you look at the dripper lights in that tree,
Yeah.
there's also a light that's shining up into the tree, which creates a kind of like a
The whole
cascade.
tree is lit up kind
Right.
of white.
Yeah, right. A kind of a cascade.
Shimmers or
Yeah.
cascades, yeah.
So that's pretty much it. My hand's nearly frozen.
Yeah, mine was frozen.
Yours was frozen. Mine is. So that's pretty much all there is to it. You know, it's 3 themes: carnival over here, gingerbread here, and pure white over there. So 3 themes all in one. The bushes over there on the far left are on Danny Corbett's lawn, and of course I can use whatever I want of his property, and
Yeah.
they're the only things that I do. Oh, I almost forgot. Over on the carnival side is, and I'll zoom in on him, there is a sleigh in the back, gold, and there's also a snowman right behind the candy canes.
Right, I see it. Yeah,
See him?
just to the right of the blue bush.
Yep, yep.
Yes,
So that's pretty much it.
yeah, it's a lot. Very, very impressive display.
Well, it's 5 weeks to 6 weeks of work,
Yeah,
and patience and fixing, and I mean, me and Rick Dickey were up there replacing one strand that went right to the darn peak,
yeah. It's,
and now we got to get back up there again. You and I went over here, and we did some work over here. You and I replaced, I had some gold lights, and I didn't want gold over here, so we replaced them with white.
yeah, the
right
white
up
ones
here.
look good up there, and they do, and they look.
These
They belong there.
they belong there. So you and I did that, and then me and Rick Dickey, these lights, which you and I had done a couple of years
Yeah,
ago,
a while ago. Up on the
yeah,
border there.
up on the gutter, me and Rick Dickey replaced those about, I don't know, a week or so ago, week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, before the show anyway. They were
Yeah,
there for the
and
show.
inside the house, I have some items that are in the windows to accent what's going on.
Yeah, wreaths and
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
Very nice.
So thanks, Rupert.
thank you on
And
behalf
that's-
of everybody for
Well,
so much for the town.
the town is certainly supporting it, I can promise you.
Yeah, well, that's good. They should
There's
support
women
it.
coming here and men practically every night.
Yeah.
They are, and they just like coming by for 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
It's almost like a tradition or something. It's pretty crazy. Thank you.